the Amelines did that. I mean, they ran that like, they drove the industry and it grew.
Yeah.
Right now, if you look at our economy, which has been, I mean, before the ICTA came up and before the knowledge export came up, ICT and business process outsourcing, Sri Lanka economy was standing on 3 sets of female legs. It sounds pretty sexy, but then not a sustainable arrangement. We had the tea pluckers, we had the housemaids, and we had the swingers.
Yep, you're right. Yep.
Now, everything is now challenged.
Yeah.
So how do you sustain the economy? Now, this is where, as a layman, I would ask a layman's question. And what do we do now? See, in what are we doing now in a family? Let's take that example, right? We are eliminating the unnecessary stuff because we are getting what is minimum requirements. So, leaving everything aside, companies are saying, I want to cut down, I want to lay off people, I don't want to cut down on my training, but I say, I want to do the bare minimum. So the national machinery, you need to look at that and see what is the bare minimum. Look at today you step out of this call and see why the street lights are on when it is curfew. Why the traffic lights are on when it's curfew.
Yeah, that's also important.
These are the basics, Rohan. I think this is a tough time that we are all going back to basics and asking fundamental questions.
So let me pause you there. Let me come back to the banks because that's always been an interesting conversation for me, right? Do you think these guys, these are very renowned leaders of Sri Lanka. I mean, do you think they will at least get together and create some kind of funding available over the at least next couple of months? Because I think this is going to get really worse before it gets better. At least for small and medium-sized businesses, not only for large companies, right? I mean, I think, will this happen? Or, I mean, because on the other hand, people can argue and say, why should bank care? They are a profit-taking business and they have every right to make profits, and that's the shareholder value, which they are doing rightly, and they're bragging about it also, which is awesome. But do you think they will actually come to a consensus and support small and medium businesses a lot more?
See, that is an absolutely brilliant question, and it's a brilliant idea. It's not a question. See, let's take a reverse of this question. Let's flip this for argument's sake.
Okay.
Imagine we had the 2008 financial crisis in Sri Lanka. Okay. We would have had to bail them out. Right? I mean, we have bailed out the finance company. We have bailed out the Pramukha Bank to some extent. We have bailed out the...
Yeah.
How did we bail that out? We bailed out of tax money.
Yep.
It's taxpayers' money that was used to bail out. So if I flip your question, and if this is a financial crisis, bailouts will come from the taxpayers. Bailout will come from the public of this country. Now,
right. Yeah.
Where are the financial institutions to bail out the public in a situation like this? This is what you're asking. I think the gem of an idea where people who would eventually listen to what you and I are talking, this can be a street talk to a lot of people, but this is where some ideas can get picked up.
Okay.
Why can't they pool out and create a fund? We are creating President's Fund for fighting COVID. We create funds for all sorts of stuff. Why can't the banks get together that they have made money from all the public for all these years? Look at your reserves, look at your profit. And when people are taking pay cuts, people are losing jobs, why don't banks get together, contribute X percentage of your profits into a fund and ensure that we give a life link or life wire, a lifeline to the economy for it to come back. And this can be a soft loan because this has to come from your own reserves and there is no cost of funds for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you think it will happen, Bradley? I mean, I think
back the economy. I think it's a fantastic idea.
But do you think it will happen? Because
if the banks fail, Rohan, the public could have had to pay to bail them out.
No, but anyway, that had happened, right? I mean, repeatedly, I don't want to mention names in this because somewhere down the line, I plan to put this on YouTube. So, the question is that I don't want to mention name. I know there are enough institutes, just like you mentioned, are being bailed out by people's money, and they are actually now recording billions and billions of profit. So yeah, the reciprocity is what I'm asking. But I, so I want to believe that it'll happen. I don't see it anywhere happening. I see the government, with its slow moving machinery, doing whatever it can, all of that, whatever it is. But do you think it's gonna happen somewhere down the line? So the two questions I have here is that, will the bank step up a bit more and create that fund or whatever mechanism to support these medium-sized small businesses to survive? Because the worst part is today we are even thinking about layoffs. People gonna lose jobs. The second part of it is that even if people lose their jobs, there is no other company who's hiring. Everybody is not hiring, and we can't have that situation in this country, and that can lead to some more complicated situations in time in over a period of time. The second part of it is that as you said about making masks, why are we not doing that? Do you think it will happen?
Rohan, see, we don't know what recession is. I don't know what recession is. I mean,
Okay.
we talk about the Great Recession in the 1980s
Yeah.
and the 20s.
Yeah,
We haven't seen it. We
That's true.
ain't seen it yet, brother.
that's true.
That's my line to you, right? We don't know what it is. I mean, look at unemployment that will happen in the garment industry. Look at the unemployment that can happen in the tea packing industry. We don't think about it. We have about 500,000 people there, right? So that's gone out. Hotel industry.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? How many rooms are empty? And so what happens when people get unemployed? Your buying comes down.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, in a layman's language, economy is purchasing.
Yeah.
Layman's language, it's a purchasing pattern of the dominant age group of our country. It's an economy. That's very fundamental for me.
Yeah.
So banks will not be able to. They have to make profits, but they have to remain profitable